the next morning. I'm gonna be going to sleep here pretty soon, but again, I want to do story content. At least a little smidge tonight. Give it your all out there, team. Yes, sir. Is something gonna happen? What's this? It seems a Pokemon Nexus on the second floor has been updated. Go access the Pokemon Nexus. These Pokemon are very motivated now. You should take away all their motivation by working them for 16 hours straight. Okay, if you saw what you mentioned earlier, but you were thinking of sharing the photos we took in the server, but realizes your trip and think it might be best for you to share the story there about your experience. Oh, you can go ahead and share some photos if you'd like. You can do if you'd like to do that. I was thinking about posting some photos there now that I'm back home when the trip is done. I'm not one of those kinds of people that just like spam social media feeds with like all the updates of a trip as it's going on. I'm the kind of person that I'll just be on a trip, take a bunch of photos, and then after the trip is done, maybe I'll share like a few of my favorites or something like that. But I'm too tired today after this whole adventure home the past couple days, so I just couldn't be bothered tonight. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe the day after. I don't know. Expedition Society rank has reached normal. Cool. Got gold looplet, lucha token, progress device. Number of preset teams. I'm not even using any, I don't think. Whoa, more things in the dungeon. Oh, I got V-Wheel from the game that I'll play one day here. My GameCube is so crazy. I don't know when the day will come that I get to there. Hey, look, some of our friendos like Gabite and Drillbur, and whoever Bisharp and Firo are. Also, is that the? I'm just not realizing. Is this the font that's used in PMD2? I recognize the font, and I use it in thumbnails and different channel things sometimes. It might just be the PMD2 font / PMD1. I think it's the same. Also, I was about to say something and then I forgot. Oh well, I'll remember shortly. Yeah, let's see here. As for the text plate, you think you should go for that? It's great. Also, where you were born to? Yeah, so I'll put that on my Fargo whenever I get my carburetor in. Hello, Destine. How's it going today? Aren't you ever thinking about planning on bringing the PS5 to LAN? Oh, yeah, the GameCube is stuff that I was just about to mention. So I realized I won't really be needing it, as the only game you own in that console is Final Fantasy 16. Well, the game that I'm gonna binge during the LAN is going to be Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, because it comes out literally the day before the LAN event. And there's quite a decent bit of meat to Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I could spend a lot of the LAN just going ham on that. And maybe the SpongeBob movie games, if I can actually coordinate with my friends. They're ghosting me right now, so I don't know what's going on with that. No, I gotta wait for Metal Gear Solid 3. I gotta do things in order, and I'm waiting for the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Oh, things are happening! Playing Mega Ruby, nice. Hey, you there. Hey, a man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Anyone remember that? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Remember me? Name's Krokorok. Boy, am I ever glad I ran into you again. Why you gotta go and make a face like that when a good old pal like me just says hi? You're making me feel bad. Maybe a bit of poker will help me forget. What do you think you're doing, Krokorok? Weasel! You wouldn't be trying to extort our newest members now, would you? Not that I would expect anything else from you. Oh, me, never. I just came from the land of the gators. Just saying hi to my new friends, that's all. Right, friends? Somehow, I doubt that. Regardless, if I do find you picking on these two, you will live to regret it. Ah! What's going on here? Mr. Crocodile! Crocodile. You showed up just in time, Mr. Crocodile. These guys were just bullying me for no good reason at all. Oh, they were they? Bullying others is just downright wrong. Ain't that right, Mr. Crocodile? Weasel, from the Expedition Society, aren't you? What a bunch of garbage. I could wipe the floor with a lot of you. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous today. But I suggest you don't test the limit of my patience. Come on. Take that, losers. Literally nothing happened to us. He just told us off. But like there's no way to know whether he could actually take us. like, he's also at a type disadvantage against Breezel there. Like, I'm sure he's super high level, but like, you really saved our hides. Thanks, Breezel. I could hardly leave you alone in that situation. Those two are serious trouble. Croc's not much of a threat on his own, but Crocodile, he's the worst thing that ever happened to Lively Town. And he's strong to boot. Wow, that's pretty rude. The worst thing that ever happened to Lively Town? How long has Lively Town been around? Is it a more new settlement? Or is it one of those small towns that's been around for like hundreds of years? In which case, saying Crocodile is the worst thing that ever happened to Lively Town. That might be pushing it a little bit there. You want to be careful around him. Wait, well, thanks, Breezel. Okay. Do I just go on another expedition now? We tell general story of this trip and then go to sleep because holy crap. Yeah, let's see here. But yeah, you have to turn off the XP share sometimes to balance the level curve because Pokemon X and Y stuff there. But yeah, let's see here. Wasn't an established town back when Red Blue Rescue Team exists? What, Lively Town? Not that I'm aware of. And my Groovy is super charming compared to some remasters that shall not be named. Where am I? I don't know, maybe if you went into Sunny form, you could see what the hell is going on. What do I know? Sunshine form or whatever the heck it's called. I have no idea. I'm grabbing my things. Home to Cafe Connection. Get all rewards. Wow. Okay, they automatically get sent to the box. Okay, cool. Out of the way, Squirt. What do you mean out of the way? You're at the table and I'm the one walking by. I'll let you go today. Okay, interact with either of them and they just do that. So we're close to Town Square, aka Wind Continent, but we don't know how long this has been around here. I don't know. Look at all these apples I have. I had like some extra apples in my bag all the way to home because used up those meal vouchers since they were only good in the Vancouver airport, I'm fairly certain. And I had some extra funds, so I just got a couple apples for on the way. And I didn't even end up eating them on the way, so I just have a couple apples here now from the Vancouver airport. It's kind of the case. Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. That's fine. Should I take one more looplet for whoever the last person I take with me is? Just like a standard looplet or something. Sure, just something basic there. I'm starting to get lightheaded. I mean, I was already lightheaded when I got off the flight. I think when I cut this up into parts, this will be the last part. I'll just go do like one more set of missions here, and then I'm done, I think. So, yeah, Ours is a great remaster. You know why it got a lot of hate? I do agree with the sentiments about, like, the Battlefront tier and all that. Like, it is a bit of a debate where it's like, it's currently under construction. Apart from that, yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, and the fact that there was no customizability like there was in X and Y. That's pretty lame. Those two things. Those two things are my gripes with the Auras. Apart from that, it's pretty sick. That was pretty neat. Marvel City is really cool because in the remakes, the city is inspired by Lumiose City. Oh, interesting. But yeah, let's see here. I don't remember, but is he in Gates to Infinity too? Who? Sparkly's? Wait, what? I don't know who you're referring to. Sorry. Rescue mission, Longfield Cave. Ah. All right. Person 3 gets our normal looplet, I guess, and person 3. Don't know Sparkly's? Is that like Kofagrigus or something? I don't know, just take Spinda with me. I don't know. Let's go. Such an iconic character. I don't know who this be. You spin me right round. Okay, are you referring to the hit YouTuber Captain Sparkly's? No, let's see here. Kofagrigus, I gotcha. Is that what people refer to him as? Horse Palm. Wow. Oh, get sniped by the person that's constantly dizzy. Alright, let's see here. Oh, you love to hear this music. Nice miss, nerd. Was this Gates music? I don't remember. Get leveled up, nerd. So, with this trip in general, ended up heading out on April 23rd. Arrived in Houston, got a rental car, and when we first arrived in Houston, my dad and I think there was some sort of a jam with the conveyor belts transporting the luggage, because we had to wait, I believe it was a little bit over 2 hours for our luggage. We and other people that had Houston as their final destination were just waiting and waiting and waiting, and the conveyor belts weren't even moving. So, and we kept on thinking like it's gonna start any second now, and it just didn't. So we started chatting with some airport staff, and I could see on like this AirTag thing on my phone that my suitcase was right like directly above me, and there was the conveyor belt coming down, and you could in theory easily walk up it and go grab the suitcase, but of course like no one's gonna do that. They have to tinker around on their machines and do a whole lot of calls until the conveyor belts get moving. Even though everything's right upstairs, they could either walk up the conveyor belt or take the actual stairs up there, grab people's bags and start bringing them down. But nope, after an hour of waiting and bringing that to their attention, they spent about the next hour trying to figure out how to get the conveyor belts moving again. And unjammed or whatever the heck was going on there, and things finally started moving. And there were some serious scratch marks on one of my bags, and my dad's bag got very seriously damaged. One of the wheels doesn't work very well at all anymore, and one of the little stands, like the 4 little notches that let you stand it up on its side without scratching it, one of them is just gone completely. Where it went, who knows? So yeah, that happened there. So we ended up getting out of the Houston airport pretty late, got a rental car, and started heading out east. Ooh, barrage. Stayed somewhere along the way. Had food at this one Cajun place, and then was able to take it easy that night, and then kept on heading east. Made it to Guzma's place. We were initially going to stay a night in Baton Rouge, was the case, but I don't think we actually had a place booked. We were just gonna kind of figure it out as we got there. And the Jazz Fest was coming up, and even though New Orleans is, what, like an hour drive away from Baton Rouge, something like that, people were getting rooms in Baton Rouge to go to the Jazz Festival. So rooms in Baton Rouge were starting to get to like several $100s for a night. So we were initially planning on spending a night there, but instead it was like, oh, wow, that's kind of insane. So phoned up Guzma and was like, hey, do you mind if we just get there a day early and just crash at your place? It was like, sure, but I'll get home from work late. We were like, cool, great. Warp payback is pretty silly. I want to have that on. No, a slow trap. So we ended up getting there a day early. I unpacked a whole bunch of 3D printed stuff. The Primal Dialga that I painted did end up breaking. Like the little flap on the back, on the body, that big shieldy thing, that ended up snapping, so we had to glue that back on. And one of the horns on the head ended up breaking off. But nothing a little bit of glue couldn't fix, and I think it's doing pretty good now. And yeah, we were able to do stuff immediately the following day then, so it worked out. And after Guzma spent time here, after, like, coming here for Fragapalooza, Power Boost X, sure, take that. It was like, oh, you should come to New Orleans for an event. And initially invited me to come to Mardi Gras, which would have been in February, and is a super big event. And that would have actually been pretty neat to go to, but it was going to be right in the middle of my final semester of university, so I was like, yeah, that's probably not going to be a good time to come. And I'm really glad I didn't come during then, because holy crap was I busy in February. Like, the time that this trip worked out to come to Jazz Festival instead, which is like end of April, beginning of May, that worked out a lot better with my schedule. Oh, that sucks. Not the schedule, the spiky trap stuff. Yeah, maybe one day here. Yeah, probably not next year. But, let's mayhap one day. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Super Bowl is happening here? Oh god, yeah, then... Considering how packed it already was for Mardi Gras, Jazz Festival, are you kidding me right now? I need these for the final boss. I need to stockpile these. Man. Yeah, actually a couple weeks over, but still, yeah, still gonna be a lot of people coming in. The fact that people were getting rooms in Baton Rouge to go down to the Jazz Festival was insane to me. I didn't know how popular the Jazz Festival was going to be. Holy crap. Yeah, more like Superb Owl, that's right. How's it going, Lancer? There seems to be someone ahead. I thought that said, it seems like someone needs healed. But yeah, so the Jazz Festival ended up being the time that we came. And like, you can't really park near the Jazz Festival. You either have to park and ride or get a taxi or Uber or something or other or figure something else out. And there was people that had houses like in the neighborhood around the Jazz Festival that would put up signs on their lawn that says like $25 parking. And so their whole lawns would be filled with like 4 or 5 cars of people that park there and pay them $25 to park there for the Jazz Festival. I'd never seen anything like that here in Canada. Just woke up because, sleep schedule, nice. I'm running on a couple hours sleep right now, and I am so tired, and I don't know if I want to go to sleep or if I want to keep on staying up a little bit or what the hell I'm doing right now after after the last couple days here. But nice. This is this infamous no call from 2019 in the NFL, which involves a New Orleans football team and was 1 game away from the Super Bowl. The referee who did the no call was a fan of the other team. Absolutely based, his team lost in the Super Bowl. I have no idea what these terms mean. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea what a no call is. I don't watch sports. Oh, I keep on forgetting. It's a good thing for these reminders. And the Jazz Festival was interesting. There was a lot of people there. Holy crap, was there a lot of people there. My goodness gracious. So, it was almost claustrophobic at points. But we spent some time there. And my goodness, the price of shirts and stuff there. What was it, like $40 a t-shirt? Like $40 USD? It's like 55 or something Canadian, maybe 60. I don't know. Current conversion rate is 1.37, I think, when I checked about a week ago. So, we ended up getting like 1 shirt just because it's like, that's probably the only time we're ever going to the Jazz Fest in our life. So just to do that. Or while I was hanging out in like the area with our chairs and stuff. Guzma comes back at one point with a freaking, what's it called? A Hawaiian shirt? Something like that? In the style of like, New Orleans slash Jazz Fest kind of thing. Got matching Hawaiian shirts. Sure, we can exit the dungeon now. So I ended up getting that, and that's now in my laundry bin in the other room too. But yeah, Jazz Fest was absolutely insane. So there was all these stages everywhere with so many people listening, and music just blasting. If you go into an area that's like a sound tunnel, I was needing to like cover my ears at some points or put in my headphones because it was actually hurting my ears in some areas if it was just like a sound tunnel or a way that a speaker was right directed towards, because holy crap did it get loud. But now I can say that I went to the Jazz Festival and that was interesting. Like your mom for the Hawaiian shirt. And okay, I think that that sounds familiar now. I don't remember who was getting what, but that does sound familiar. Well, you can say thanks to her yet again. Yeah, I know that it was a whole cluster of things there. Misread that as Hawaiian shit. I would hope that I wasn't given a Hawaiian shit. You two sure have whatever. I'd like to see that. Eat up so you have plenty of energy to take on some grand adventures. Thanks, Arkin. That's what we try to do. But, you know, Arkin, we never see you around the town. Where do you always go on explorations? Oh, across the sea. Across the sea? Through the Sea of Time? That's right. But I can't actually fly myself, so I have to ride on Lapras to get there. Lapras? The Lapras travel liner, of course. It leaves from the port here. What, you guys haven't been? You want to come with me? Can we really? If you're really going to fill out that world map of yours, I think you've got to. Shouldn't you get it out of the way? Yeah, and it's gotta be exciting to visit a whole other land across the sea. Yeah, like I was just visiting a whole nother land. It wasn't across any body of water from here, but still. Well, unless you count Galveston Island, in which case it was technically. Thanks for the offer, Arkin. I'll definitely take you up on it. Alright, if that's what you want, come along with me tomorrow. Eat up well tonight. and eat up well tonight. Going to need your energy. I'm actually starting to get pretty hungry here in real life. Yeah. I had that breakfast in Vancouver Airport. Had some, smoked, I think it was smoked pork. No. Smoked something. It probably was smoked pork that my dad made on getting home here, along with some salad. And I'm suddenly starting to feel like really hungry. Is the case. I barely ate anything yesterday. I was at Snowball too. Didn't give your full thoughts on it when you were here. It was all right. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was anything to write home about, but it was interesting. It was basically just like shaved ice and syrup. Was the case. It's okay to overwrite the previous data. All right, I'll keep playing for a little smidge here. I still haven't talked about this whole journey while it's fresh in my mind. Chapter 13, Across the Sea. Ah, I got to update the chapter names. The next morning. Right, Across the Sea. Give it your all out there, team. Yeah! Alrighty, shall we make for the harbor? Yep, we're riding that Lapras travel liner. Get my words straight here. Alright, let's do that. Across the sea. Let's go. But yeah, wind content, is that where we're going to? But yeah, I also find out a lot of locals do not go to the Jazz Fest very often. Oh, literally everyone there were tourists. Yeah, that's kind of the impression that I got as well from going there. And I just kind of went for the experience of going. Not because it's something that I would literally travel to specifically go to. I was primarily going as a visit, and hey, there's this event going on. Let's check that out while we're here. And then when I asked my parents if they wanted to come, my mom was a bit busy. But my dad was like, oh yeah, I'd very much like to come now that I'm feeling up to actually going on a trip, now that I'm recovered enough. And maybe we can turn it into a road trip around the Texas area. I can visit with some old friends, and you can see the state that you're from, and all that stuff. So, that's what we end up doing. That's how that became that. So, yeah, I don't think either me or my dad would ever end up going to the Jazz Fest again. Just went to say that we've gone and know what it's like and stuff. Man, that was certainly something. Was there a last time to actually, literally 2014 was your last time 10 years ago going to the Jazz Fest? Yeah, I don't know if it's the kind of thing that I could see myself going to again, but hey, I can say I've been to the Jazz Festival. You've been watching too much Flagon HG, so in your head you always expected Lapras to be pronounced Lapra. Is that how that content creator does it? This is a bit of a hot second since I've saved, so let's go ahead and do that. Also being away, it's been a hot second since I've shaved too. I almost pronounced saved as shaved. So like, I'm getting a little bit of a friskiness. That's not the word. I don't know what the word is. A little bit of a stuff there. Stuff is developing. I'll probably shave it off in the near future here. I don't know. What's going on here? Stubble. Yeah, that's probably the word. Well, it's more than a stubble now, I think. I don't know. Hello, Arkin. Taking the kids out for a little fun today. Oh, I guess I clicked off. I have to click back up. Why are my buttons working? My button stopped working. I don't know what's going on. Hello? Plug my controller, plug it back in again. And that did it, apparently. It's a lovely day for it. What fun. I'd rather it was just for fun. But I'm afraid it's just another day of work. But this kind of work is fun too. I, for one, am totally pumped. What's this? You even have kids working for you now. Yeah, you can pay them less. Yeah, we're part of the Expedition Society. Really? I thought children weren't allowed to join the Expedition Society. Don't ask me why, but the boss approved it this time. I guess there's no arguing it then. Well, if it's for work, then I guess I'll just have to make an exception. Even if you are still children. I suppose 2 society members like yourselves can ride without an adult. Really? Thanks, Lapras. But I'll go along with you this first time, just in case. First, I'll have to get you some passes, and then... Passes? You'll need a pass to cross the ocean to another continent, of course. Like a relic fragment to go to the Hidden Land. Once you've bought yourself a pass, you can use it as many times as you like. You can buy Lapras liner passes from the Kecleon shop here in town. But we'll need Poké, right? If Poké is going to be an issue. Why not just have your guardian here pay for you? Huh, me? I guess I have to say yes here. Yeah, gotta cover things here. When I was down in New Orleans there, Guzma tried to cover a whole bunch of things. So I started trying to cover a bunch of things too, because that crazy Mad Lad was doing Mad Lad things and I didn't want him to keep on taking over stuff. So I kept on trying to do the tappy thing on my card and you went paying for some things before you got the chance. And it didn't always work. And that's all there is to it. I don't care where we go. Just give us the cheapest passes you've got. Always glad to serve. So you want to go to Ohio then? Argon dug out just enough Poke and bought 2 Lapras liner passes. Thanks a million, Arkin. Thank you for shopping with us. We look forward to serving you again. That's how I feel after this trip. There wasn't quite a decent bit of money spent on this trip, honestly. So you went and bought yourself some Lapras liner passes. That plus the carburetor that I ordered for my truck that was $850 USD. Definitely feeling that. I kind of don't really want to spend much money for the near future here. Oh, but I guess I will be picking up some PS5 games. But that's okay. I can just take that out of the channel funds account, so that's fine. So you went and bought yourself some Lapras liner passes and climb aboard. All right, we're going across the ocean. I'm starting to get so tired. This might be my last part. I might not be able to finish my travel stories. Maybe I'll just bum rush them. Is the top left of the screen bugging out there? That's not what the sky's supposed to look like. Latios, I can't keep going. Don't give up now, Latias. If we stop now, they'll get us. You have to keep flying. We have to reach Time Travel Lake. That's not the way this shot is supposed to look, I don't think. Oh, I can save here. Okay. Cool. This could be the end of a part 2. So maybe I'll do one more from here. I don't know. There's still more stuff I want to talk about, but I'm also so tired.